Fortnite used to be the biggest game in the world. Every update felt huge, live events broke records, and it completely dominated gaming culture. But over the last year, things have changed. Player numbers are dropping, hype is fading, and even the creators who built their careers on Fortnite are moving on. So it begs the question, can Fortnite even survive 2026? Let's break it down. Here's the thing. At this point, everybody knows Fortnite has been going downhill. YouTubers like CypherPK have made videos talking about it, and even the biggest creators are experimenting with different games, with Roblox becoming one of the most popular alternatives. And it's not just the creators, the community feels it too. Every season this year has felt, let's say, lackluster, with fewer reasons to log in, fewer updates that matter, and less excitement around the game overall. Fortnite does still get a small burst of hype when a new season or chapter drops, but it has faded almost immediately. And that is a huge problem for a game built on the hype of new seasons. Now, you may be wondering the reason I'm even asking if Fortnite can survive 2026, and it is because we are seeing a clear pattern in how the game is scheduled. Every chapter seems to last 4 seasons, then we get a short mini season like Remix in the past or The Simpsons this year, and then we get a brand new chapter. And that's where things get worrying. Exactly a year ago today, Fortnite was averaging way more players than it is right now. And this is at the same slow point in the cycle like last year, with FNCS already finished and content feeling stale. Back then, the numbers were holding up a lot better. But in 2025, Fortnite's decline has been way sharper. Player counts have dropped hard, and honestly, without the Simpsons mini-season and the promise of a new chapter, things could be looking even worse for the game. This is why 2026 matters so much. If numbers are falling this badly during the downtime, then when they spike again for a new chapter, Epic has to keep people engaged, because if the very first season of 2026 launches weak, then players may drop off faster than they did this year. The fall off could be brutal for Fortnite, and if that happens, Fortnite may not even make it through 2026 as a top game. Here's something a lot of people have been noticing. Fortnite is starting to lose its identity. Scroll through YouTube, X or Reddit and you'll see the same complaints popping up over and over. UEFN was supposed to be Fortnite's next big thing, a way to create amazing maps and unique experiences. But what are we actually seeing? Tons of copy and paste creations that feel more like Roblox than Fortnite. Tycoon games, red versus blue knockoffs, shootouts, a lot of it just feels recycled. And then there's collabs. It used to be exciting when Fortnite partnered with a new IP, a big event, something fresh. Now, it feels like every week there's a new collaboration, and the hype is gone. Players are scrolling past these collaborations without a second thought now. Fortnite used to have its own storylines, its own characters, a universe you could follow. Now it just feels like a jumbled mess, a Roblox clone with skins and characters thrown in from every franchise imaginable. The problem is, Fortnite keeps trying to be more than just a battle royale. A metaverse, a platform for creative modes, but most players just want the core game to feel fun and consistent. If Epic keeps leaning into these copy and paste maps and constant collabs instead of focusing on what made Fortnite special, it risks alienating the community. And that makes surviving 2026 even harder, because if the game doesn't feel like Fortnite anymore, people won't stick around. But here's where things get interesting. Even with all these problems, there are still reasons to hope. You may already know Rank 2.0 is confirmed, and if Epic delivers, it could bring back that excitement of grinding Fortnite. Right now, the current ranked mode feels boring and doesn't feel competitive, but a new rank system could bring back that classic arena feeling the game desperately needs. On top of that, FNCS is switching back to duos, and duos has always been way more popular than trio. Back in chapter 5, duo FNCS tournaments created some of the most hype we've ever seen, and even casual players loved watching the race to Unreal rank and other competitive content from big and small creators. Also, recently you may have not seen this, but Fortnite's Twitter account has started communicating a lot more, giving us detailed reasoning to their Battle Royale updates, and when a player showed how excited this makes them for Chapter 7, Fortnite replied that they have some big plans, and that's for sure. This is definitely a step in the right direction, and Epic seems to really be listening to community feedback going into 2026. What's important here is what these changes actually show. Fortnite is starting to listen. They see the videos from creators like CypherPK, they watch as player counts drop, and they know why. Epic can see what's working, what isn't, and they're finally responding. If they get this right, Fortnite could capture that old energy again and show that it's not done yet for the game. But here's the bottom line. 2026 is a make it or break it year for Fortnite. If the new chapter launches strong with a battle pass players actually want better balance and a rank 2.0 system that feels competitive again, Fortnite could bounce back in a huge way. The game has a chance to reignite excitement across both casual and competitive communities. But if it launches weak, if players are bored in the first few weeks, if rank 2.0 doesn't deliver, or if Epic repeats the same mistakes, the drop-off could be even worse than this year. And once the creators leave, once the community loses interest, it's almost impossible to get that back. Every decision at the start of 2026 matters. If Fortnite wants to survive the year, it needs to start strong, keep players engaged, and remind everyone why the game was so special in the first place. One bad launch, one misstep, and 2026 could be the year Fortnite finally loses its spot at the top. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.